Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to go over how to draw Spider-Man versus Deadpool Christmas. It's going to be simple, easy, completely for beginners, all right? So if you like Spider-Man or Deadpool, stick around. It's going to be like a headshot, like a showdown kind of shot. And that's it. I'm going to walk you through the entire thing. Should be no more than like 10 minutes. So stick around, all right? All the way to the very end. Maybe even shorter than 10 minutes. Okay, let's get started. Also, if you like learning how to draw, definitely hit the subscribe button. I teach you how to draw Marvel characters, like anything you can think of, like Marvel characters in different styles. I teach you, cartooning. I teach you, more realistic stuff. I teach you everything you can within like a 10-minute time frame. Like dinosaurs, Godzilla, Fortnite, Pokemon, Among Us, anything you can think about and request. So hit the, definitely request some in the comments. I will do. So let's get going here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a curved line here for front of Spider-Man's eye line. He's going to be facing that way, by the way. Curve down here for the front of his face. Go back here. Curve up for the forehead up until the Christmas hat. So what I'm gonna do is a little bit different. I'm gonna do the front of his face and also the front of Deadpool's face. So he's gonna have the same thing. I'm gonna draw a shape that's opposite of that. I'm gonna curve back, up, curve down. So I want it to be like a face-off, right? Let's go over here on this side, and I'm gonna draw the brim of the Christmas hat. I'm gonna go over here to the bottom of the chin here, pull back, up at an angle. I'm gonna go over here on this side actually and do that as well. Pull back for the back of the jaw, up at an angle. Line underneath the neck for the throat. Down over here, and maybe a bump for the Adam's apple, and then it goes down. And maybe like a line over here for the side of the neck. I'm gonna go over here, draw the back of that hat, front of the brim of that hat, and then I'm gonna go over the top here. Take care of that. So it's basically like a square, right, for the brim of the hat. Gonna go over here on this side, do the exact same thing. Go down here for this hat. You could even change the style of it, like you can make it more grassy, right, texture for Deadpool's hat maybe. That would kind of be good to differentiate them more, right? And it's essentially like a long rectangle, really, right? That's what it is. A line over here from the back of the hat for back of Spider-Man's neck, back. Same thing over here for Deadpool. Let's do that. I would think Deadpool's a little bit bigger. Line out, if you want a margin on error here. Down over here for the neck, then down. Like if you were gonna do something the margin of error, I would probably err on making Deadpool a little bit bigger than Spider-Man. Go over here for the top of this hat, the Christmas hat. Back, down. I'm gonna go over here from this side of the hat. I'm gonna pull up that direction. Up. Up over here. And I'm gonna start from the middle part of that line and then pull toward the ball of the hat, right? That popcorn ball right there, that popcorn ball of that hat. Let's go over here. Ooh, that one's really close to the top there. A little too close for me, personally. But oh well. Down here, maybe a little bit longer to differentiate maybe a style of Christmas hat, like I was saying. Pull a line up here. Start from maybe the lower center of that and pull all the way down. And then same thing, but maybe make it a little bit more jaggedy on this one as far as the texture of it goes. Go over to Spider-Man's eye. Pull back there. Maybe it's like going underneath that hat a little bit, slipping underneath that hat. Underneath here, look, so that's the top of Spider-Man's eye. Let's go underneath here. It's going to scoop underneath, go back. It's going to scoop. See this bottom scoop here? That's really important because the top is more of just a straight line, like a curve, like a slightly curved line. Go over here to Deadpool. And Deadpool has something similar, but we're gonna go over here. So we're gonna start over here. Well, for Deadpool, we're gonna draw his eye first. So let's draw his eye of a normal sized eye. Line over here, down there, over here. It's like a opening or something. And he's more of a, that's like a traditional like eye, right? Up for that design that he has. Up over here. Curve down the face. Back over here, up. All right, and that's gonna be that his design. Let's go over here to Spider-Man and make this little explosion shape in the center of his face. It always looks like a firecracker, a cartoon explosion in the center. Obviously the center of a web, but we're gonna pull lines radiating from there, and they're going to be thinner than the lines we use on the outside. That's really important. Don't forget, hit the like, by the way, if you're learning something, if you're in on this, hit that like, because that helps the algorithm for the channel. Trying to get to 200,000 followers. Definitely help me out for helping you out, if I'm helping you out. Line over here, line over here, right? Everything's radiating from that center point, but these lines are thinner than the outside line because they're detail lines. This one's going to go all the way back, all the way back. Down the neck, just straight up, you can just pull lines down the neck like that and just kind of checkerboard it. Right here, see the checkerboard it? At least along the neck, you can checkerboard the lines. Go over here, curve this curving inward for the web line, and you're following that in a circle pattern, right? Down here, like so, and maybe like one back here, back of the neck. Let's draw a little bit of dark over here at the bottom under his neck, because there would be like a darkness underneath his neck. It'd be like a shadow. Because that's just, the light's coming from above, but it gives a little bit more going on. Same thing with him. Let's do the same thing. Let's give him a little bit of shadow under the neck, like so. Also, let's go in, fill this design here on Deadpool's face. You can leave a highlight if you want, maybe like there, like a little thin highlight, but for the most of this is gonna go bye-bye. Maybe a thin line around the eyes right there. I left a line right there. We really want to make Deadpool look like Deadpool, right? With some oomph. You can do that in colored pencil too. You don't have to do that with your marker. Whew. All right, doing good. Maybe a line over here, because sometimes Deadpool has a line for the stitching on the mask he's wearing. Maybe even a line here, because sometimes you can see a bump of his ear, like his ear's underneath there. And he usually has like a collar on, right? So we're going to draw a line across here. And maybe another line right here, like a box inside of that. With like a circle there for where he ties that thing, or see that? Oopsie daisy. There you go. It would have to be around, yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. Line there. But just any kind of collar around it would be great. So now let's jump into the coloring real quick. It's just gonna be a lot of red in this one, to be honest. So I'm gonna talk to you as I'm doing it, okay? I'm gonna be using Prismacolor. The reason I use Prismacolor and not this Crayola that I'm using is because if I color this, it's gonna smear all the black ink from, I don't know what it is. I think these brands, they're the same brand, but I don't know what it is. They just reactivate each other. So I'm gonna use Prismacolor. It doesn't do that. And it's quicker. I don't have to go between lines. I can just kind of go over it. Like I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna go over here. Just see that giant swath, and none of that black ink is coming off, because otherwise I have to go in between here and be like, okay, and I have to be careful. But I don't even have to be careful because this Prismacolor doesn't smear. It doesn't smear with its own brand either, though. I think it's just because it's a better marker, Prismacolor. So if you're serious, like you're in this for the long run, like you want to draw for a good while and color it, get the Prismacolor. I'll put the link in the description, so go check that out. The other thing I would say is you can do this in colored pencil as well, which I love. I love colored pencil. Or you can do it in like anything. Crayons. Now the Christmas hat. You can do it in crayons. You can do it in pastels or something. I don't know about pastels actually, but anything you can color with, do it. Crayons are good too. I like crayons as well. So that's the red of Spider-Man. Let's do the red of Deadpool over here. Maybe I'll leave like a highlight at the front here. See, like a little thin white line at the front. Sometimes that's pretty good. It makes it look a little bit more dimensional. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. It makes it look a little bit more dimensional. Makes it look a little bit more dimensional, so that's kind of a good thing. Doesn't always have to be this way, but it can definitely work. I also kind of want to put a little bit of differentiation. Like he has a highlight, maybe Spider-Man doesn't. Although technically he, it doesn't make sense because he would have like the same lighting, right, on a similar pattern. But I want to differentiate him a little bit, just a tiny bit. And so I think maybe one highlight instead of the other would do that. Alrighty. And there we go. Well, maybe you can throw it down here as well. And that's it. That's Spider-Man versus Deadpool Christmas. Oh, one thing I forgot. Sorry about that. I'm going to go over here with a marker. Let me see. Does this work? No, that's more of a purple. Like a light blue. And I'm going to go along the edges of the white. Right? It just gives it some sort of reflected look to it. So I highly recommend you do it. I just kind of go along the edges of all the white surfaces. Like so. With like a blue marker. Or a blue crayon or anything. Anyways, if you want to learn, if you like the way I teach and you want to learn more from me, and if you want to learn the basics of drawing, go to Skillshare. There's a link in the description over there. That link is important because Skillshare is a pay website where I put all my lessons on there on drawing, like how to draw the head, how to draw like the body, how to draw anatomy. I even go over the fun stuff like how to draw a dragon from beginning to end. And these are like hour-long lessons, like really in-depth stuff. Most people don't want to sit around for hour-long stuff, but if you're that person where you're like, you know what, I do want to draw and I'm down and I'm a beginner, go there now because like I said, it's normally $30 a month, but right now it is 100% free. Like if you click that link, it's totally free, like completely free. You get a month free. So, and I don't mean like a month, like, oh, you sign up for a year and you get a month for free. I'm talking about like you sign up now and you pay nothing, and then you got to cancel your subscription before it starts that pay thing in a month, right? So I recommend you do that if you really want to do that. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you had a great time with this one. I had a really fun time on this demo. So definitely give me some ideas, guys, and I'll make them happen. And I'll talk to you very soon, all right? Talk to you later.